Before I even get into this video, let me make a statement for all those people who think they be getting gotcha moments and all them weirdos who act like they watch me on social media just so they can complain because they don't actually watch me. All the people who actually been watching me through this whole battle stuff, this ain't for you because y'all already know. To the people who be like, oh, you're biased against Drake. Oh, you used to like Drake and now you don't like Drake. What? How has that happened? Let me tell y'all something. I don't know if y'all understand, but it's not that I'm biased against Drake. It's that I'm biased towards hip hop. And anybody who impedes, and not just hip hop, I'm biased towards artistic expression, freedom of artistic expression. I'm biased towards freedom of speech. I'm biased of all of that type stuff. And anybody who impedes against that is an enemy of the state. It's just like that. If Kendrick Lamar tomorrow sued a company, sued a person, or sued any entity because of lyrics that were said in a rap song, no matter what his argument of, oh, you devaluing me, especially when he engaged in a battle, I'd be going against him too. I liked Drake. Drake was a big part of my life, right? My life, a lot of moments of my life are scored and soundtracked by Drake. Drake used to come out in battle rap events. Drake helped URL. But the second those lawsuits dropped, the defamation, he went on the other side. Kendrick Lamar is representing hip hop right now. Drake is not. And if that doesn't stop you from listening to him, that's fine. That's your prerogative. But you thinking that what you're going to say has changed the way that I feel about this, just stop. It's not going to work. I'm sorry. It would be no different if we was all trappers. We was all getting money together, you know. And somebody came and ran up on somebody's block who's been running the block for the last 15 years. And instead of getting him off the block, he goes and tells, be no different. There's people in hip hop who people have shunned out for less. But like I said, if you listen to Drake, that's your prerogative. Don't make you better or worse of a person. But what I can say is it makes you more of a passive listener. You cannot say that you are pro artistic expression, freedom of speech, hip hop, or battle rap, and then also just say that it's perfectly fine what Drake did, or if what Drake did doesn't stop me from listening to him. That's fine. That's fine. But it would change the way that I look at him. Now, when people be like, so why do you keep covering him? I am a hip hop review channel. I know that a lot of reactors and reviewers have brainwashed you and educated you into thinking that you only react to what you like because they're pandering. But don't look at me like that. I am a hip hop critic. Look at me like Siskel and Ebert. They cover movies that they don't like either. If something is going on in hip hop that's big enough and enough people ask me to do it, I'm gonna do it. I don't come here to pander to you or to validate what you already think. You come here to see my opinion as a rapper on rap. And with that being said, Kendrick done dethroned Drake again. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah. Sorry for that long intro, but it was important because some people keep doing these things. And I'm like, on social media, I'm like, bro, the reason why this will never work is because the people who watch me actually know what's going on and how I am. And the people who don't are the only people who are confused. So Once you against hip hop or artistic expression, you on the opposite side, right? I can still listen to your music and talk about it, but you're on the opposite side. And I'm always going to say that. So yesterday, sorry for that long intro. Shout out to NFR Podcast. So Drake released his album with Party Next Door, right? So Drake breaks Lamar's record for the biggest streaming day of any rapper in 2025, 92.4 million. When Kendrick had 92.3, and he beat him. Now I will say that he barely beat him and Kendrick hadn't dropped music in 2025, but on the opposite side of that argument, you could make the argument that the Super Bowl, the Grammys was a promotion, so it helps him. But it's kind of a weird skew because it's like, yeah, you're comparing a boost to a brand new album, which is still great numbers. That's still Drake going crazy. So Drake was doing his numbers yesterday, and then today, but even when let me do. So Drake drops the album, he's streaming, does good numbers. and he's going crazy, right? I think he might have got to 100 million streams. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure if this is true. The thing that was confusing me about this the whole time, because people were talking about this, even during, shout out to Lovely, you know what I mean? Great YouTube, Twitter channel. Follow them if you haven't. Um, Even when they were saying this, Kendrick Lamar was still dominating on Billboard charts. Not like us. If I'm not 100% wrong, I think never left number one position on the Billboard. I think most of the people that were tweeting and talking was about like different streaming platforms, which is fine. A win is a win. But yet Money Trees by Kendrick Lamar will chart for the first time ever on Billboard Hot 100, and that was tweeted yesterday. And then Kendrick Lamar's, this is yesterday. This is during Drake's Big Numbers Day. Kendrick Lamar's GNX to return back to number one on Billboard 200, which this is the Billboard 247,000 units sold, which is insanity, right? And if you're questioning even after that intro, why am I still excited? It's because a pure hip hop album is doing this, and I'm always gonna be for that, bro. I'm always gonna be for that. Yeah. I'm not the one doing mental gymnastics. Like, to me, this is like the people who be like, obviously not as bad, but this is to the people who be like, listen to R. Kelly or like still, and it's like, bro, you can't have it both ways, bro. You can't be like protect the children, but throw in that goddamn stomp in the name of, or ignition. You know what I mean? Like, I never, anyway. So that happened. And today, shout out to Hip Hop All Day. Real good. Check them out too. Kendrick Lamar has returned to being being the most streamed rapper globally on Spotify, dethroning Drake. So he's already beaten him on the Billboard. And he's in one day. In one day. And mind you, don't get it twisted. Drake was the face of a bunch of Spotify playlists. Drake was on the... Don't get it twisted. They pushed Drake's face. In one day, it went back. This is the power of good music. This is the power of hip-hop. It's the power of Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, there are going to be people watching this mad good, Nick. That's why I say I just hope Kendrick don't never try to sue somebody over some goofy shit, because then he gonna be an op. But what did they say in the beginning of Pound Cake? All that music is here and gone. Bro, I had a real issue with some of the songs that I listened to on Drake's album. I didn't even react to it. Like that Brian Steele, just the irony of naming your song after somebody who is fighting to not have lyrics used in court while you're suing UMG for lyrics in a rap song. You taking niggas to court for lyrics. Crazy. So that's what I say, like, what Drake did is fundamentally against me. And I'm not, no. I'm not, I'm going, if you don't like that cover Drake, cool. I'm going to, if something happens in the news. If he drops a song, an album, I might react to a song or two off it. People are asking me to. I'm reacting to what people ask me to. That's the reason I did the Joe Budden reactions. This page is not, I don't even understand when people be like, why don't you only react to what you like? First of all, how am I supposed to know I like before I listen to it? Y'all be watching too many reactors who be doing them fake reactions who listen to it first and then react and then so they can break it down. No, nigga. And it would be no different than Fox News, which is a crazy example, is super against Obama. They covered Obama. CNN be again. It's just, don't take this page. This is hip hop news. This is hip hop through the brain of men. So if I cover it, that's what's gonna happen. If you don't like it, you could consume a bag of pennies, a bag of D's. You feel me? So not only that, but on the Spotify an hour ago, High Power TDE tweeted, Kendrick Lamar is the top 5 songs on Spotify right now. And another funny thing that I'm going to point out that's super hypocritical is Drake was saying that You know, Kendrick's songs were getting botted. There was bots. That's why Not Like Us fame it got what it got, and that's why Kendrick got what it got. I'm gonna tell you something. I quite literally, you can go check Twitter, it's all over there. I quite literally saw OVO people, like Drake fans, toxic Drake fans, literally putting out like a manifesto, like a rules to how to bot Drake's album. They're literally saying leave it on playing and when you walk away. That is bot. They literally made an open stream farm. That's what they were doing, which I found ironic, which also could probably account to the numbers that it did the first day. And then, whew, Luther, Not Like Us. It's something fire about Luther being over Not Like Us. That's something fire. Oh, I feel like it's hot. Ah! TV off. All the stars squabble up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an example of the power of hip hop. If you skip my intro, that's cool. But let me just tell y'all something. Clipping something that I said about Drake at a certain time, and then saying, or clipping something that I said at a different time. The only reason that you would think that that's a gotcha moment is because you have a toxic relationship with the artist. And you think once you like an artist, you're supposed to like him forever, no matter or her, no matter what they do. That is called being a stan. I am not a fan of anybody more than I'm a fan of hip hop. More than I'm a fan of artistic expression, more than I'm a fan of battle rap, more than a fan of freedom of speech. And as an artist, there's other people may be able to do mental gymnastics and still listen to Drake or still support Drake. Fine, I'm not telling you to stop that, all right? Or still like Drake. I don't care if you support. That's just not me. I'm not gonna stop you from doing it, but you are never gonna stop me from doing it because until Drake drops these lawsuits and damn near makes an apology, he is an enemy of artistic expression. Because some of y'all don't understand what precedent, and I feel like I'm like the person on them doomsday movies who sees it coming, and other people like. I don't think some of y'all understand the precedent that it could set that the biggest rap artist, or what was the biggest, or whatever you said, is suing his label because of lyrics in a rap song that he was engaged in a battle with that person, and he's claiming that it devalued him, even though he said this dude's kids weren't his. He said his girl was cheating on him. He said Weeknd was at bars with. He said Joe Budden is S&D, which will get. There's people who will lay you down for that on the street. And since, oh no, these are the list of things you can't say, I could say, no, I'm always going to be against that. I'm always going to be against that. Facts. But I'm always going to cover hip hop news. If you don't like that, eat a dick. I hope that clears a lot of stuff. I can be a fan of somebody before and they do something and I stop. So, yeah. Especially with the battle rap stuff. I feel like Drake betrayed battle rap with that. Go back and look at my stuff before Drake dropped the defamation suit. And it really me not liking Drake or not supporting Drake or not liking, I don't like saying I don't like Drake. I don't like the way he's moving. I don't know Drake. I don't like the movements he's been moving. I don't like this brand of Drake right now. It's disgusting. I don't support it. It's anti-hip hop. It is. It is. I don't care what you say. It is. So that's where it is. I hope that clears some stuff. I know it won't because some people are still going to go, da 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 da, but I don't care. I don't know if I'll be reacting to that whole Drake album. If y'all want it, I will. But I think I'm going to go into that Tyler, the Creator album. And I saw that they dropped the full bodies. Unofficially, it's just people. But we're going to react to it, so if y'all want it. So shout out to y'all. This is a big day for hip hop. Hip hop wins again. I mean, it's literally a hip hop album compared to an album that calls itself basically like an R&B hip hop album. So hip hop literally is one. Tell him Kendrick did it, nigga. Ah! Oh snap! I literally had to add this to the end of the video because as soon as I clicked stop recording, this happened. Speaking of hip hop winning, nigga, I'm happy right now, boy. Boy, I'm happy. If you know happiness. Yeah, yeah. Kendrick Lamar is now 1.4 million listeners away from becoming the first rapper to ever surpass 100 million listeners. Nigga, this is big for hip hop. First rapper, and I'm glad it. Go listen to Kendrick on Spotify today. Nigga, we streaming GNX all day. Matter of fact, I'm about to start reacting to some of these GNX songs. I told you I didn't even get the chance to really break them down. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, hip hop is on top again. Nigga. Yeah.